Is Hirocato the perfect platformer for cat lovers? Hello and welcome to another episode of the KJP Show. My name is Kurosh, your host, and today what we're going to be doing is what we do every time on our show. We celebrate and elevate indie games and game developers. We like to do reviews, impressions, conversations about any and all of the above, and that's just what we're going to do today with Hirocato the Delivery Cat. What is Hirocato the Delivery Cat? It's an indie game developed by Astero Games, a small indie studio, where you play as Hirocato, this delivery cat, as you perform parkour, delivering orders of food and various natures. Usually, when you play through this game, as in my experience, you're running in a 2D platforming style, retro kind of aesthetic to it, and it's set to high, fast-paced music, and you're running across these levels, trying to get from one end to the other within a time frame, in a very fast and kinetic way, a la the parkour. Now, with the fast kinetic pacing and the parkour, it's very kinetic, like I said, and what you're doing is you're essentially jumping, dashing, dodging over various obstacles as you're making it across different landscapes, whether they be streets or whether they be rooftops or various other settings and environments, all while this crazy, awesome, intense music is going, kind of setting the beat and setting a tempo for you to go to. And it's a lot of fun. You kind of have this momentum bar that goes as you continue. You kind of have it's akin to a Sonic in some ways, where you would, as you're building momentum, you're just kind of in this flow state. And the traversal is obviously a big selling point of this game. It's kind of this blend of Super Meat Boy and Sonic in some ways, where it's just fast and kinetic, but also very dangerous in the sense of the platforming that you have to get through for various obstacles. And I very much thought that combination was very nuanced and interesting. So obviously mixing those two and then putting you in the shoes of, or in the paws of a cat. And I very much enjoyed it. It was really cool. It definitely embodied and really channeled in on that kinetic fast pace really well. I think that's what its aim and goal is as a game. And so I enjoyed that. It was really cool. And it's also, speaking of how cool it was definitely translates to how it feels on the controller. I played this on my Steam Deck and I played this on the computer as well. And it just felt natural on a controller, on a gamepad of sorts. So I highly recommend that. It is playable in both keyboard, mouse, and controller fashion, but preference definitely would lean towards controller for the inputs and for just the being able to maneuver through different levels in a way that I found comfortable. Also in that vein of comfort, I would say that the various modes also lend themselves really well to the style of the game. You can play the normal, there's a campaign of sorts or stories that it's laid out for you, that you can go from one stage to the next, or you can just do speed runs and time runs, or there's also leaderboards and ghost trials. So you can look up what some of the best lap times were or track times were for a given stage and test yourself against that. I think that really lends itself to the style of game it's leaning to be and wants to be, and it is, as its identity, as well as kind of capturing this nice balance of fast kinetic play, but also bite-sized in a lot of ways, where I can do just a track and I can set it down, or I can do a couple of runs just to fine-tune, get a tighter speed on a given track that I'm aiming for, work my way up a leaderboard. I very much enjoyed that. I think those right now at the stage that it's at are very good structures that it's developed for what it's aiming to do. Now, would I recommend this game based on my initial impressions? I definitely think it's catering towards a specific audience, and you have to be of a specific mindset to be okay with this. If you enjoy fast-paced, kinetic, quick reflexes type of game, this is 100% up your alley. This game definitely leans into those elements. It doesn't ask a lot of you. It's just you jump right in and you just start playing. I love that about it. It doesn't mince words or anything. You don't have to go through a lot of different tutorials. You're getting what it's selling. If that's not your drive, it may be something that'd be a little bit harder to get into. But I definitely feel like the cat aesthetic and just it being you're playing as a cat doing deliveries has a cuteness to it that I, as a cat owner myself, very much enjoyed. I do enjoy the fast-paced kind of quick reflexes, but I can only take it in bite size. And that's where this addresses that as well, where it felt like I said earlier, where being able to play this in small chunks definitely lend itself well to how much of this I could play in a given time. I can easily load it on my Steam Deck, play a quick round, close it away, and I'm getting my fix for the day. And so, is Hirocato the perfect platformer for cat lovers? I would say it is. You can definitely check this out if you're interested in anything I had to say. It's on Steam. You can wishlist it now. It's expected to release in Q3 of 2024. So be on the lookout for it. Check it out. Keep posted. And I hope you enjoyed this impressions of Hirocato the delivery cat. Thank you for joining me today on this episode. I appreciate your time again. Let me know if any of this sounded interesting to you or if you have any questions or thoughts. I'd love to hear from you. And again, I'll see you next time.